most common beauty products used by women, like nail polish and hairspray, could be increasing our chances of a disease. A brand new study finds certain chemicals found in many types of cosmetics may be tied to diabetes.
There's a concern that the chemical phthalates, which when you look for it is spelled P-H-T-H-A-L-A-T-E-S, that substance is believed to interfere with the fat breakdown and metabolism, and they think it can lead to insulin resistance. In other words, it can predispose to diabetes. But I think the study is very preliminary, and it's hard to make conclusions from it. You know, we don't see people who put nail polish on for a living at these salons, for example, have higher rates of diabetes, even though this study suggests that there may be a connection. Subsequently, they looked at this study of 2,300 women only, and it's just based on this group that they found that those that had this substance in their urine when it was tested had a slightly higher rate of diabetes. Now, I find it funny, when you use this stuff on your skin, on your nails, and your hair, it shows up in your urine. To me, that's pretty amazing that that stuff penetrates your system. Well, first of all, we really haven't seen the high rates of these problems in a large scale. I would just say use common sense. Avoid the mucous membranes, the eyes, the nose, the lips. Use moderation whenever possible, and just realize you're using chemicals, and anytime you can avoid a chemical, you know, the better. So moderation is probably the wisest thing.
On DHA, the chemical in spray tan that actually turns your skin brown. One study on tanning lotions calls it a potential human health hazard. Another says DHA can cause DNA damage in skin cells. FDA says DHA should not be inhaled or ingested.
It's winding up in your respiratory system. Be very concerned about the potential for lung cancer.
Like Fresh Rain and linen, you may be surprised to know that chemicals found in everyday products might not be as safe as they sound. The Environmental Working Group finds 66% of those chemicals haven't been tested at all. So of the ones that have been tested, what types of potential health effects do they have?
What we know about these sort of petroleum and synthetic fragrances overall is that they can do a couple things. One is they can trigger allergic reactions. People get contact dermatitis. Do you ever sit next to someone with heavy perfume on and get a headache? You know, people get asthma problems with certain fragrances, so that's a problem. But the scarier thing is that the long-term exposure to these chemicals has not been studied, but what they are seeing is that they act as endocrine disruptors, which means that these chemicals act like hormones and send messages to your body that your body doesn't necessarily want sent. Air fresheners, you know what? You really want to stay away from those because they're basically pumping synthetic fragrance into the air that could be doing you damage in the long run.